The fourth seed, Akane Yamaguchi. Well, Tomoka Miyazaki still fairly new to the circuit, so no surprises then that she has yet to meet Michelle Lee.
Black, you want the toss? What do you choose? Serve, which end?
She's already made tremendous progress. Miyazaki, but we start with Michelle Lee, who is now 33 years of age, 173 centimeters tall, born in Hong Kong, but moved to Canada in 1997. She was just 6 years old, 18th in the world. She is a former top 10 player in October 2019. Has won plenty of, in her time, Commonwealth Games gold medal in 2014, silver in the last games, Pan American level. She's won everything, the Pan American Games, the Pan American Championships, multiple times. She's beaten Hung Yiting of Chinese Taipei very comfortably yesterday. And on the HSBC BWF World Tour, she's won 3 titles. But it's been a while. The Canada Open, her home tournament, that was the Super 100 back in 2022, was the last time she was on the winner's podium on the HSBC BWF World Tour. Tomoka Miyazaki, she's 15 years younger than her opponent, 165 centimeters tall, a lot shorter, from the major city of Osaka. She's currently 8th in the world. She was 7th near the start of the year. Former World Junior Champion just in 2022. Beat Lin Xiangti, also of Chinese Taipei, pretty comfortably in the opening round. And she's already won the Taipei Open recently, just a couple of weeks ago. Jason Fu of Singapore's our umpire. She really caught the imagination last year at the China Open, where she was runner-up to Wang Chiyi. Rongui is the service judge. Yeah, so she's really started to get people sitting up and taking notice. It has been a while, to be fair, but yeah, it's been stunning. Meteoric rise, really. There have been a few comparisons. An So Young, but I think An So Young is one of those real generational talents who really, it's just hard to compare her to anyone, isn't it, really? Someone of her amazing ability, but yeah, she first got to the top 10 at the end of last year. That was after the heroics of the China Open Miyazaki. She's been steadily getting better and better. And she's been in the top 10, basically, as I said, since November of last year. She will come into this as a favourite against the veteran Michelle Lee. Lee, obviously, Singapore Open very well. She first, just to give you the context, played here in 2011. She was a teenager. She has very often struggled here. Never got beyond the first couple of rounds. It's already a very, very good start for Miyazaki. Oh, what a brilliant way this has gone so far from Miyazaki. Obviously has had a very short professional career so far. She did get eliminated last year in the second round, this particular round, so looking to improve on that, and of course she's going about it the right way at the moment. Finally gets her first point on the board.
1-6.
Oh, she almost got away with that one, Miyazaki. Better from Lee. It didn't really seem too apparent about the drift. In that men's singles, not so much really.
Service 7-2.
Yeah, she's won 3 of the last 4 points, so this is far better now from Michelle Lee.
Out. Service 8-3.
Unforced error so far in this game from Tomoka Miyazaki, who's had a very decent start to the year. I think the Malaysia Open right at the beginning of the year was a disappointing start for her out in the first round. That's just wide. That's one she ought to have put away. Michelle Lee has halved the 6-point lead that she was facing earlier. She's won 5 of the last 7 points. That's gone long. It's a litany of mistakes suddenly from Miyazaki, who was also surprisingly out in the second round of the Asia Championships, losing to Gao Fengjie in 3. Otherwise, she's had a pretty good year so far. Quarterfinals of the All England, Indonesia and All Your Masters. She got to the semi-finals of the India and Thailand Opens, and of course she won the Taipei Open. Michelle Lee has not played quite as much. That is good. She's now within 2 of her opponent. Out in the opening round of the All England and the Indonesian All Your Masters in the opening round. Malaysia Masters quarter-final, semis of the Swiss Open. That's just long. It just turns around slowly. It's been a very good comeback here from Lee. He's now won 8 of the last 11 points. After being love 6. And she's drawn level. Brilliant. That's better, it's more like it. She was way off the pace earlier. The last few points. What happened to Miyazaki there? Who was looking firmly in control a short while ago. She's going longer and longer now. Just wonder whether the drift situation has changed here now. Might be coming from behind it. You know, these side of arenas, that anything can change. Extra air conditioning unit is switched on or off, depending. So Lee goes in front for the first time. It's on right on the break of this opening game, 11-10. Well, Michelle Lee is on about 63% win rate this year, just below her career average. So not too bad. Miyazaki is on 70%, which is actually a fair bit below her normal average of 77. There's a relatively small window for her. So don't have to read too much into that. But for Michelle Lee, I think the key for at the moment is that shoulder injury that's been bugging her. She's had the lingering effects of that shoulder. She did say Michelle Lee, we'll come back to that. Michelle Lee has just challenged here. Yeah, certainly very much out. So she's got that correct. Yeah, she said the Swiss Open, where she got to the semi-finals, was a turning point for her, and she said she did start to feel better. And she said she's building her game again, building her shots. The shoulder's not limiting her play, and she's not thinking about it on court. And I've got to say, it's the other one who's dropping her shoulders at the moment, Miyazaki, really showing it, the disappointment, the frustration. Michelle Lee, she has had those issues with fitness over the years. But their stronger shoulders have brought stronger focus now, haven't they?
14-12.
She says that her style comes from her own hands. And her physical freedom now allows the mental game to be able to fully express itself. I think we might be seeing some of that here. That's a better shot from Miyazaki. Just as an example, in the second game against Yi Ting, she was down 17-19. Remember, she'd won the first game 21-12. Lee was at a kind of an inflection point there. She stayed calm, reeled off 4 straight points to win the match. Might not necessarily have been the case before. Oh, again, lovely little hold there. Bit of deception on Miyazaki. And a big smile on her face as well. She's pleased with things at the moment. And she does say she's still learning to control her emotions and not really think about the score, but she does feel a lot more confident because of that shoulder being better. And it's just about the mental game to really believe you can finish in 2 games instead of getting nervous and making mistakes. She's now up by 3. This is really good from Michelle Lee. She has bounced back spectacularly from being love 6 down. So after that semi-final in Switzerland, a quarter-final last week in Malaysia, signs of form returning. Of course, at the age of 33, she's got to be careful to pick those tournaments, and she said she wants to go all the way. That's her goal. She's always struggled after a match or 2 because of injuries or something else happens, so she must be fit enough to last whole tournament, to go for a podium. Doesn't want to just show up and make the quarters or semis. She wants to win. That's great to hear. As I said, it's been a while, 3 years. Even though she's 3 points down here, you would still say Miyazaki has a great chance to go on and win this first game. But I think Lee's been impressive. She was in some trouble there, Miyazaki. She was very lucky there at some parts, but the reactions were superb. And as we saw in the previous game, where Wen Hongyang was in these sort of positions and couldn't go on to win, I think being on the ground there actually helped her. The inability to kill off the point cost Wen Hongyang earlier, it cost Michelle Lee now. Well, all of a sudden, has that momentum shifted back to Miyazaki. She's just won 3 crucial points in a row. Yeah, you can see the frustration now for Michelle Lee. Well, important for her to not let her opponent go in front at this late stage. Michelle Lee leads by that slender point. Again, I think just a little bit misdirection there from Michelle Lee. Has foxed and wrong-footed Miyazaki. And that was vital for her to now have this 2-point lead. Oh, fantastic work. Nice bit of disguise there from Michelle Lee. You can just see that there's that confidence coursing through her veins at the moment. Now Lee, can she go on to take this first game? That would be a really good start to this match for her. Miyazaki's under a bit of pressure. Just to give her game point, Michelle Lee, if she can win it. Great reactions there from Miyazaki. She can't finish it off though. Again, superb from Lee. I think Miyazaki will look back at that point with a bit of regret, not being able to finish it off. And Lee responded brilliantly. 3 game points now for Michelle Lee. And many would have looked at this game and thought, well, Miyazaki should be the overwhelming favourite. Not the case. Not so far. Fantastic stuff from Michelle Lee, who's taken the first game after a very slow start, but she has come back so well. It's really kind of put her position in a bad space because she started making plenty of mistakes. I think it rattled her. So Michelle Lee takes the first game against Tomoka Miyazaki, 21-17.
ちょっとこっちのコートになったらどう配球してくるかわかんないけど、今結構しつこくロブ来てるから、そこをちょっとしっかり入れるときは狙っていく。自分のテンポだとしっかり。
Second game, level play.
Very good first game from Michelle Lee.
1 left.
Now, it would appear that from the previous game in the men's singles, that this further end, as we look at it now here, has been preferred. It's kind of stark contrast to what was happening earlier in the day. That's perfectly fine. Of course, it happens in badminton. The conditions can change, and if that's the case, if it's consistent now, then that works very well for Lee. She could find herself in an advantageous position being over here. She's on a roll right now, isn't she? She's having a similar kind of start that Miyazaki enjoyed at the start of the previous game. Nice hold herself there, Miyazaki.
1-3.
Oh, she's played that late, but played it quite decently. That's going to be well out. I'm thinking there might be a little bit of left to right drift here. Possibly. She's played that well, because quite often in those sort of positions, when you play it so late, when you make a last gasp decision that the shuttle might indeed be in, two minds quite often, and it doesn't end well for you, but this time it did. That has gone a little long.
Silver 2-4. Service over. 5-2.
Should be an easy finish for her.
6-2.
Well, she's having to play some serious catch-up here, Miyazaki. A little bit similar to what Lee had to do in the first game. Lee in the front seat here. It's better from Miyazaki.
4-6.
They really did struggle after that superb start in game one. Never really got into a decent rhythm. And there she was, Michelle Lee continue this intensity. Keep the foot on the pedal, as it were. It's gone wide. Yeah, she knows it's probably one she shouldn't be giving away so cheaply. And Miyazaki's doing something similar to what Lee was doing. Start of the game, but Lee maintains that lead for now.
Over. 6, 7.
Oh, I think the indecision there of the line judges may have just prompted Michelle Lee to ask for a challenge. I think personally that looked into me initially, but sometimes when you're seeing the line judge not look particularly sure, you might, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what might prompt you just to ask the question, and that may well have been the case there. Because if you're not sure and then you think the line judge is not sure, you might think, well, there's a chance. But she didn't win that challenge. And now she's drawn level here, Miyazaki.
8-7.
She's back in front. It's been a while since she was last in front. The last time was when she was up 10-9 in the last game. So you just wonder whether that is a little switch of momentum for her. And all of a sudden, it's Miyazaki who's starting to build a head of steam. with her best run. Now 4 points in this game. She is battling her nicely away, isn't she, Lee? She's got a bit between her teeth. She's got herself into a very decent position here. Not about to give up so easily. Well, Miyazaki's finally having a bit more of a reaction here than she kind of went to a shell, didn't she, in that previous game after the very decent start she had. Is that good? It looks like it is, just about, and we are going into the interval here. Miyazaki up by 3. Oh, it was Michelle Lee who won the first game. So a 3-point lead here for Miyazaki. Make that 4 now. And it's the kind of lead that she's not had in a while since the start of the previous game. Yes, this is about as far as she wants Miyazaki. Michelle Lee, by the way, after winning the first game, she goes on to win generally 68% of the time. Four-point there, lead. 42 shots this longest rally. If she wants to stay in this, she's got to keep at her opponent here. Yeah, important, as I said, for her to just keep that pressure on her opponent. That striking distance is so key. Miyazaki in a good position. She finishes off the point.
It's over. 14-10.
Yeah, when she's in these sort of positions, Michelle Lee, as I said, she tends to win 2/3 of the time. How about winning within 2 games? When she gets to these 2-game situations, she tends to win about almost 70% of the time now.
Tomoka Miyazaki challenges.
Miyazaki challenges. Again, my initial reaction was that that was out. And if that's the case, then she goes up to 5 ahead of her opponent. Otherwise, it's down to 3. It'd be a big swing either way. So Miyazaki thought that was out. Initial call was in. Here we go. Oh, it's just in. That really does help Michelle Lee, who is 3 behind still. This has sort of been the area she's been in for a while now. Yeah, Miyazaki, after losing the first game, she still goes on to win 75% of her matches.
12-14.
Which is impressive. Talking of impressive, Michelle Lee has won 4 of the last 6 points. Crucial for her. So she's got a little bit of momentum here. Oh, she can't get it over. That's frustration. Still got a bit of a smile on her face. Quick to the net. Miyazaki.
16-12.
No, she's not been able to push beyond the 4-point mark. Remember, it was a very decent start from Michelle Lee. That's been turned around here. And for the first time, she moves to a 5-point lead. So this is now getting troublesome for Michelle Lee. If she wants to win this in straight games, she's got to do something now. Ooh, that is a challenge. Well, that's challenge worthy, I think. Yeah, tough for me to tell on this one. But probably going to be out. Yeah, some people saying that's out. Yeah, well and truly out this one.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining. 18-12.
So she's in a very good position here, Miyazaki. Though remember, we had a 17-11 earlier. And that from Weng Hong Young, battle back that position, almost win the first game. Good shot there from Lee. She's in a bit of trouble. She's done really well here, Lee. Excellent work. She was being directed all over the court. That was almost evasive maneuvers. She recovered well. Couple of really good shots from Michelle Lee to give her just a bit of a shouting chance here. In this second game, she trails by 4 though. Needs a good run here. That's going to be out. 3 in a row.
15-18.
She's not making it easy for herself, is she, Miyazaki? She still leads by 3. Well, that's good. That's a half-hearted ask, I think, and I think she's going to be disappointed by that one, Miyazaki. But it could be strategic in the sense that it could help to delay things, break up the momentum of her opponent, who's now got 4 in a row. Yeah, there you go. Certainly in. This is Michelle Lee's best run of this game, and it's coming at an excellent time. She's had to drag herself back here. She was 12-18, remember. And looking in trouble. She now only trails by 2. Can she continue this? Yes, she can. She's doing a great job here. Only a point in it. All of a sudden, this is so similar. If you watched the match before this between Kodai Naruoka and Weng Hong Young in the men's singles on this court, and it was 17-11, so very similar. This was 18-12. That was just like this. Weng Hong Young dragged himself back into contention. Michelle Lee only behind by 1. She's got to keep this going though. Played late from Miyazaki. That's good. She doesn't think that that's in, but I think she's run out of challenges. She looked incredulous. This has been excellent. Maybe we'll see from here. It looked in, didn't it? Have a look at it. Yeah, that's in. That's inside the line. I think it's more the frustration on her part. 6 points in a row. Can Michelle Lee do the impossible here? Well, not impossible, but what a run this is. She's now 2 points away of a superb win. And this is really quite special, but 2 match points. That was a bit of contention there for Miyazaki. She was trying to seek some clarification. Doesn't look happy. This would be huge. Match point, 2 match points. What a time for her to put on a run. Can she finish it off, Michelle Lee? Oh, that looked tight. Finish line is so tantalizingly close for her. And it's a fantastic way to win this match. She's just reeled off 9 points in a row. At 12:18, it looked like Miyazaki was going to win the second game and force a third. We were saying she needed a run. She dug very deep there and has turned it around absolutely brilliantly. The last 13 matches against top 10 players in the world, she has lost. Not since the Thailand Open of 2023 has she beaten a top 10 player. That was Wang Chiyi, who was then 7th in the world. Michelle Lee, she has just beaten the world number 8 in straight games. The flavor of the moment, Tomoka Miyazaki, 7th in the world. The Japanese player has been beaten by Canada's Michelle Lee stunningly. 21-17, 21-18. She's done it in just over 45 minutes. Of course, the fans all want to be there. That young man in the glasses, hoping that she will give him that selfie. Let's see if he's lucky enough. We are here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. This is the HSBC BWF Singapore Badminton Open 2025, a Super 750 tournament. We are now a couple of matches away from the end of our day here on Court 2 in terms of live broadcast. And the penultimate match is the men's singles match. We return to men's singles. Malaysia's Leong Jun Hao will take on the 5th seed from